As a recently elected councillor to the Winterstoke ward, which covers Weston Village, Hayward Village and parts of Lock and Castle, I want to ensure that residents who weren't able to attend the full council meeting are able to get a summary of what was discussed. Therefore, at the end of each full council meeting, I will record a short video just to give you a summary of what was discussed on the day. This was the first full council meeting since the Conservatives have lost overall control of the council. No one party at this present moment in time has a majority big enough to lead the council. This is why the Independents, the Liberal Democrats, Labour and the Green Group have come together to work in partnership to lead the council. The new partnership have confirmed at the full council meeting that they will be undertaking a full constitutional review of how the council works. They've already committed to scrapping the executive council system, which puts big, important decisions in the hands of a few councillors. This will mean we will likely move towards cross-party committees when making decisions. This was a key pledge in Labour's local manifesto, so we are really pleased that this is starting to happen. In the interim, and to ensure the council can function as it needs to, there will be interim executive council positions whilst this constitutional review is undertaking, as well as appointment of certain outside bodies, such as the Fire Authority, that is needed for them to be able to function. At all full council meetings, members of the public are able to ask the Executive Council questions. But because the Executive had only just been appointed, all of the responses back to members of the public will be in writing. But the questions that were asked were around concerns about Bristol Airport, the need to support citizens' advice in their premises move, the need to have a mandatory landlord licensing scheme, as well as concerns about how difficult it is to use the council's website. Once that was all done, we then moved on to the substantial items of business, the first being to approve the recommissioning of the council's adult drug and alcohol treatment services. This service would be put out to tender this financial year and would have a contract value between 1.4 and 1.5 million and will go on for a period of 7 years. These services, drug and alcohol treatment services, are vital for North Somerset. So absolutely no problem with these types of services being funded. One of the challenges the council has is budgetary pressures. With the continued reduction of grant from government to councils, unfortunately this service will be tendered at a slightly lower value than it currently is now. Us as Labour councillors are uncomfortable with this, however we appreciate the challenges that the council has. And with this contract being for a period of 7 years, that should offer whoever the successful bidder is a long, stable period of time. For that reason, we approve this proposal. The next part of the agenda was to approve the recommendations that the cleaning and park services contract be put out to tender, with the new provider being in place by the end of this financial year. One of the intentions of putting out to tender is to split the contract into smaller lots, which would allow smaller, more local providers to be able to bid. Labour's councillor Richard Tucker did ask the council whether it had been considered that these services should be delivered in-house. The council confirmed they had looked into it, but at this stage it wasn't appropriate. Following what the council said, and because these are broken up into smaller lots, the Labour group members gave their vote to this recommendation. The final item of the agenda was to approve the recommendation that we should procure a developer to build the first phase of Lock-in Parklands. The first phase is to build 450 homes. This was a vote about procuring a developer, not about whether Lock-in Parklands should go ahead or not. That had happened several months in advance. There was a lot of debate about the types of houses that should be built, but fundamentally one of my concerns was about ensuring that there is enough affordable homes being built in Lock-in Parklands. The council confirmed that at present there is a policy in place that 30% of homes that are built must be affordable. Now I am uncomfortable that that is too low, however this was not the time to tackle that. This is something that will be tackled as we are able to start to review the strategies of the council. On the basis of that, we approved. It is my intention to record videos after each full council meeting to give residents an idea of what was discussed. They're intended to be short, so if you've got any questions, certainly please do get in touch.